Hello Stampers, I'm Kelly Acheson at stampabove.com coming to you from Menasha, Wisconsin. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States. Thank you so much for joining me for this video today. I am going to be making some alternate projects with the Lovely Day Paper Pumpkin Kit. This is the February Paper Pumpkin Kit. Look at those gorgeous cards, and I love the envelopes. So I've got a couple projects and a 3D item to show you today, all part of the Paper Pumpkin Thing blog hop. Now, when we're done, I'm going to give you a little link in the top right-hand corner of the screen that's going to take you to my blog where you can see still photos of these projects, find out dimensions. You'll find links to be able to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin or order a prepaid Paper Pumpkin subscription. And also to follow along on the blog hop and see what everybody else created as alternate ideas using this monthly kit. This is something that I do every month. Plus, if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin through me, you're going to get a PDF file every month with about 15 different alternate ideas using the monthly Paper Pumpkin kit. And in March, Stampin' Up! Is celebrating 7 years of Paper Pumpkin. And with that celebration, and to thank everybody for their loyal support, they're going to be including an extra stamp set. 2 stamp sets in the March Paper Pumpkin kit. So you don't want to miss that. This is a great time to try Paper Pumpkin if you never have before. I'm sure you're going to love it. I love getting that little surprise in the mail every month. You can't get this kit anymore. It's only available to order until the 10th of the month, and you would have had to have ordered this one by February 10th. You have until March 10th to order that March kit, get those 2 stamp sets included in there, and give Paper Pumpkin a try. I think you'll love it. Let's flip the camera around and I'll show you what I made. Okay, who's ready for card number 1? I'm excited about this. I haven't actually made this card yet. It's still kind of just an idea in my head. So here's what I came up with. I love this little card base. So it has a little tab and a slit. Whoops. And it just goes together like this. Isn't that cute? I love that. What I thought would be really neat on here is if we took our stitched shape square and cut out a white square, and then I've got our layering square dies, and I've got the scalloped one and cut out a copper scallop, because in this kit are these fabulous sentiments. They are copper or rose gold, whatever you prefer to call it. I don't care. It looks like copper to me and I love it. And these are mounted on a dimensional sheet, so they're already puffed up. And I think that's really awesome. So once I take these over to my Big Shot, I am going to end up with this. And then what I decided to do was grab the cake stamp, and I'm going to stamp that in Memento ink on my square. Make sure I keep my fingers out of the black ink. You guys know I'm notorious for that, right? Yeah, it's a problem. All right, there we go. Isn't that cake cute? Also part of this set is a little Stampin' Spot. You get at least one little ink spot every month with the Paper Pumpkin kits. The cool thing is they don't repeat the colors for at least 12 months, so you're gonna end up with a whole collection of Stampin' Spots. I just happen to have Rococo Rose, which is what that is, in a large ink pad, so I'm just going to use that. And I'm going to bring these 3 blocks in here, and they match up with the cake. Isn't that neat? Wow, that is a good looking cake right there. Now, I've got some of our Stampin' Blend markers. Let me close this up for a second. Whoops. And I am going to color my flowers. This is dark Rococo Rose. I'm just going to come in here and color the flowers on my cake. And I love, love, love that I can use all these matching tools. Makes my job designing so much easier. And let's see, I think we're gonna do a little bit of work here on the candle. I'm just going to color in some stripes on my candle. Isn't that cute? I've got light Daffodil Delight to color the flame. And then I've got some Petal Pink here. And I'm gonna color the rest of the stripes. And then these little sprinkles that are on the cake. Now, I thought this looked really cute, right? But how much nicer would it look if I took my Wink of Stella and colored the white part of the cake? Yeah, I thought that was a pretty nifty idea. So I'm just gonna come in here and color that white frosting and make it glimmer. I'm all about cake this week as we are gearing up for my daughter Haley's baby shower. It's her first baby, of course. Well, you don't have a shower for the second one usually, but we are so excited. So I'm gonna be eating cake this weekend for sure. All right, look at, I hope you can see that glimmer just on the white frosting of the cake. I thought that was really cool. Okay, now we're going to grab liquid glue. And I'm going to add some glue. Whoops, that was kind of a lot of glue. I don't like that. Hang on. I don't want to get worms. You guys know what I mean? Where your paper puffs up because you got too much glue on there. Yeah, I don't want that to happen to my cake. So I just wiped a little bit off with a tissue. And now we're going to bring this in here right on this copper foil paper. Ooh, that looks pretty. Okay, you get a whole sheet of dimensionals with this particular kit. Stampin' Up! Provides everything you need with your kits except scissors and adhesive. But, I mean, they do provide mini glue dots if you need them. They provide dimensionals, which is what we've got here. Gonna pop this up. I'm not gonna stick this on my card until I make sure that I've got things going on here. All right. So this, I'm gonna put right in here. Oh yeah, now I remember what I wanted to do. And then this sentiment that came with it says, "You're a great reason to," and I'm gonna stamp that with my black ink. Oops, I just stuck my finger in it. Hang on as I wipe that off on my pants. Do you guys do that? I know I'm terrible about that. It all comes out, don't worry. I'm gonna stamp this right on this side here. And then we're going to bring this in. And you know what would be really pretty? Hang tight. I have some rose metallic thread, and this is going to be beautiful in the background on here. Now, again, kudos to Stampin' Up. Whoops, what's that? Piece of plastic. Kudos to Stampin' Up for having all these matching products because it really does make things easier when you have a bunch of matching products to be able to design your projects with. Okay, so let's see. Where do I want this to be? We're gonna have to figure this out together, you guys. I think I'll put one right there. Hang on, working with one arm here. I'm just going to add some snail adhesive right there. And then I'm gonna take another one of these and I'm just wrapping this around, whoops, around 3 or 4 fingers, maybe. Sometimes things are easier said than done, right? And then I'm gonna add this right down in here. I want that to kind of come off that other end up there. And we can nip and tuck. Whoops. Kind of looks like a mess right now. Stay with me, you guys. Don't abandon me. Here we go. Ooh, I think I like that. We're gonna add this right here. And then I'm gonna grab the Celebrate. These are all die cut for you. Isn't that cool? Yeah, I've never seen these in a kit before. This is something new. And I'm gonna put the Celebrate right down here. You're a great reason to celebrate. And then I thought, well, I need a sentiment for the inside, and I wanted something a little bigger. So I took my free Happy Birthday to You stamp set, and I'm going to use that Happy Birthday sentiment right there. We're going to bring in some rose gold, or some Rococo Rose ink, and the Happy Birthday. I'm going to stamp this right inside my card. There we go. Okay, alternate project number 1. What do you think? Isn't that cool? I love it. I love the Wink of Stella on there. Okay, I've got another one. Hang tight. Now for this next project, I decided to bring in my Stitched So Sweetly dies, and I die cut the largest rectangle on a layer of Whisper White. And then we have these card bases that are so fun. Not to mention the fun envelopes. They're tall envelopes with a flap at the top that match the card bases. So I'm excited about that because you guys know I love fancy envelopes, or making my envelopes fancy if I need to. This kit, you don't even need to. It does it for you. I'm going to take this and I'm going to bring in my embossing buddy. We're going to do a little bit of embossing on here. Wipe that around. Grab my Versamark ink, and who sees the flower stamp right here? I'm going to bring in this big flower stamp. This is part of the stamp set, which I didn't even show you. So here's the stamp set that came with this set. Love all these elements. I should say this kit. So we're going to do a little embossing. I'm using Versamark ink. And I'm going to get my embossing powder over here and ready. This is clear embossing powder. Here we go. Ink. And then let's see. I think I want my flower right about here. I've got it kind of going off the edges a little bit. We're going to hit it with the powder, dump lots of powder on there, and then just lightly tap it off. And then I like to blow on it. I just gave it a big puff of air. I hope you heard that. We're going to cover this back up before we, have a problem. Nobody likes that. I'm going to bring in my old trusty heat tool. My other one is loaded up for stamp classes. You want to make sure you're tipping this in the light so you can see it turn glossy. You don't want to burn the powder off, and you can if you overheat it. So just until it turns glossy. And I think, oh, I see one little spot there. There we go. I saw it turn glossy. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my Pretty Peacock. This is Pretty Peacock, so I thought I'd use Pretty Peacock ink. And I have a sponge here someplace. Here it is. And then I've also got the word lovely that came in the Lovely Day stamp set. And I am just going to stamp that right up here. And then bring in some Pretty Peacock ink. And I'm very, very gently, very lightly rubbing this layer. Now, it doesn't look like much right now. We're going to grab a tissue and we're going to polish this. This is an emboss resist technique. And look at how pretty that is. It's just very soft and pretty. Okay, dimensionals came with our kit. We are going to add the dimensionals. And I'm going to take this and put it right on the front of my card, kind of at an angle. What else can we do to this? I think I'm going to bring in some rhinestones. I want just a touch of bling on here. And I think some diamonds will give us that little bit of bling that we are craving. Look at that. How pretty is that? Very simple and easy, right? But I love this technique. I think it's so, so pretty. And as long as we're doing embellishments, this kit also comes with some sequins. So I'm going to grab some of those and add them to this card because, like, why wouldn't you? Just a good idea, right? Okay, I've got some little sequins here. I'm going to put a sequin right there. One there, one there. Let's see how this goes. Oh, I shouldn't have put those in my hand. That's a little tricky. When I'm using sequins, I like to use my Take Your Pick tool, push them down into the glue, and then use my fingernail to hold them in place so that they don't come back up with my Take Your Pick tool. You know what I mean? Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Okay, let me get these back in here. Put a little tiny dot of glue right there. I'm going to bring in one of these itty bitty sequins. These are really pretty. These are meant to go in the shaker. Oh look, there's one on my fingernail too. I think I'll do one more right here. You always want to do embellishments like this in an odd number. And so now I'll have 5 on here. 3, 5, I don't know, 7's kind of a lot, right? Look at how pretty that is. Okay. Next, I have one more project to share with you. And what I'm going to do is bring in one of these envelopes. I want a little treat holder or a gift holder. So I'm going to bring in one of these envelopes and I'm going to take it and score it at a 1/2 inch on 3 sides. So let's do this. Here we go, 1/2 inch. I just cut it. Meh. Well, you know what? I'll make a card with this. So not the end of the world. Get the cutting blade out of your way. Who's done that? Me. Yeah. Here's my 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch on the bottom. This is our new paper trimmer. If anybody's in need of a paper trimmer, this one's really nice. It's only $25. And I'm very happy with it. It works really good. There's not a lot of bells and whistles going on, so you don't have a lot of things that can break or whatever. So now we've got our score lines here, here, and here. Who knows what I'm making? Have you guys seen something like this before? This is actually called a bagalope. And it's a very, very old and trusty design from many years ago. Where did my bone folder go? Right here. I think when I first started stamping, bagalopes were super popular, and I automatically went right to that when I saw these tall envelopes. I thought, ooh, I think I'm going to make a bagalope. Okay, so I'm just burnishing the edge forward and backward. Okay, so we're burnishing that, burnishing this, and then we're going to do the bottom. And bring it backwards. Okay, here we go. You're going to put your hand into your bagalope and you're going to push this down. Okay. Now, I see that the edge of my envelope is kind of sticking out there where it's probably doesn't have glue all the way to the end. I'm just going to cut that off. Okay. Pinch that down good. We're going to do the same thing right here. See how that edge is sticking out there? Bye. Bye-bye, edge. Okay. I'm going to grab some mini glue dots. I think that's a good adhesive for what we're going to do here. And I'm going to take a mini glue dot and I'm going to put it right here on this edge. And I'm going to do one on the other side. Okay, so I've got mini glue dots on these 2 little tabs, and we're going to push those down. You can stick your hand in here so you can press it good. Put a finger down there at the end so you can get those ends sealed up. And look what we've done. We've created a little like box or a bag. Push your sides in, just like this. There we go. Here's our flap. How cute is that? You can fit a treat in here, some candy. You can fit a pair of earrings. You can fit a gift card in here. It's pretty good size. Now, the next thing that I wanted to do is I took one of those Stitch So Sweetly rectangles. Okay, it's the 1, 2, 3, third from the smallest one. And I die cut this. I'm going to stamp something on there. Let me see. I'm going to stamp Celebrate on here. And let me get my head over it so I can see what I'm doing here. There's a nice Celebrate. And then we also have all of these little panel things that are in here. And one of them is a die cut flower. So I just popped, oh, there it is. That's the one I used. I popped that flower right out of here, and I'm going to attach that to the front of this rectangle. Give me some dimensionals. Here we go. I want this to be taking up a fair amount of space on this layer. Isn't that cute? Then I just got these. This is the Tags and More accessory kit. It comes with some thick baker's twine, some banners and tags, some copper washi tape, and also these fantastic little copper clips. See if I can get the package open without stabbing myself. There we go. Sometimes things can be a bit challenging, right? Here we go. Okay, I thought this would be perfect. Perfect little addition to our box. Now, I am going to put, I think I'm going to put this right here. So let me get this glued on. Going to go right on the front of my little bag-a-lope box, elope, whatever you want to call it. It's actually called a bag-a-lope because it's made from an envelope. I guess you could call it a box-elope too if you really wanted to. I don't care what you call it except stinking cute. That's what I would call it. And there we go. Last but not least, let's add a few sequins, because I want this to match our card. Here we go. 1, 2, and I got one of these little tiny baby ones here. Hang on. Look at that. Okay, let me clear some of this up. Let's take a look at what we've made here. We've got a little treat holder, gift card holder. You could also, you know what? Let's tie some ribbon on the top of that. Let's see. Will this look okay? I don't know. Let's see. How are we going to do that? Tie it right around here. Nope, it's a little too big. I don't know that that's going to work, but this ribbon matches. This is Rococo Rose in our scalloped linen ribbon. Let me see if I can tie a bow. Maybe that'll work. Get out my mad bow tying skills here. Just feel like I should have something on that clip. I don't want it to be too big. I like it. What do you guys think? Do you think it looks okay? Let's try it. Here we go. And I'm going to use a mini glue dot if I can find them. Here they are. do a mini glue dot to stick this to my copper clip. What do you guys think of that? Oh, that looks pretty cute, right? I think that looks pretty good. Okay, we've got that. We've got a card and a really simple embossing technique here. So 3 great alternative ideas using the Lovely Day kit. Now, I promised I was going to show you guys. We've got some die cut squares here with the cake on it. Here's another one of these card bases. We've also got these little elements, and of course, this is to make the cards that are shown in the kit. This pops right out. Cool, right? That you can make a little shaker with that. All of these envelopes that I shared with you. Some rose gold banners. Our card bases, which I absolutely love. These are the other 2. So this was, whoops, these are some bases in these other 2 sets. There are 9 cards in here. You get a Rococo Rose Stampin' Spot. Those are fun. Sequins, dimensionals, oh my gosh, it just never ends with the Paper Pumpkin kit. And I love these things. I think these are fantastic. So if you would like to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, underneath this video on YouTube, or if you're on my blog watching it, you're going to find links down below. On YouTube, you're going to find links in the See More under the video. Click on that. It's going to open up a whole bunch of drop-down information. You'll also find a complete shopping list on YouTube or my blog. You can just click on the Paper Pumpkins. It'll take you right to my store where you can order prepaid Paper Pumpkins. If you are doing a prepaid Paper Pumpkin, until the end of March, if you do a 3-month, a 6-month, or a 12-month, 3-month, 6-month, 12-month, you are going to get celebration items for free with each $50 or each $100. So just know that this is the best time to buy a prepaid subscription in a 3, 6, or 9-month, 3, 6, or 12-month, I'm sorry, again. It's the best time to buy those subscriptions because you get celebration items for free. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. I am always available. Well, for the most part, I work a lot and I love my job. I'm always available to help you out. You can pop me an email at kelly@astampabove.com. Click right up here to head over to my blog. You don't want to miss the blog hop. You'll find all the details with still photos, dimensions, all the products that I use, the ingredients on my blog. And don't forget to click down here to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You don't want to miss anything I have coming out. You guys have yourselves a fabulous Thursday. Bye-bye.